Welcome to the Redefine Podcast.
All right, happy Tuesday and happy podcast day to you. Welcome to the show if you are brand new. And of course, if you're an existing listener, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I'd like to remind you, if you are watching the video version of this, make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube and like this particular video. And if you are listening to the podcast version, make sure you hit the plus sign at the top of whatever app you happen to be listening on so that you don't miss a new episode. New episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Today, of course, is the Tuesday episode. So thanks for tuning in. If you've been following this show for any amount of length of time, I think that's the right saying, you'll notice that I haven't been talking a lot about marketing and strategy recently. I've been really leaning into the mindset and, principles of personal development and things like that. So I kind of wanted to pivot back a little bit, at least for this episode, and get back to talking about marketing. Well, not exactly marketing, but leveraging the internet. What I've been doing recently, as my focus has been pulled away from marketing per se, but still using social media to build my businesses. Of course, that's something that we're still dedicated to helping you do on this show. So it's really, well, the title for today is Work the Platform. There is definitely a distinct difference between marketing and networking in terms of using social media. And of course, I think some social media platforms are more suited to networking than they are to actually marketing. Not that either of those two things are better than the other, or there's one right answer for a particular platform. But just in my experience, what I have found is that yes, some platforms are better suited for marketing, while others are better suited for networking. That said, it's not to say that you can't do either or with any platform you happen to be using. I think for today, when I say work the platform, whatever your chosen platform is, make sure you work it, right? Make sure you work it. I have been heavily focusing on, I've been focusing less on marketing recently because I've been heavily focusing on networking. And with the platforms in particular, I have found that Facebook has been really, again, much better suited for networking and connecting and developing relationships. I mean, it is, it's the granddaddy of social networking sites. That's still around anyways. That's still around. The way in which Facebook behaves, it really does behave more like a networking site and making social connections than any other site. Not to say again that the other sites, the other platforms can't do that, but Facebook really is built for that, right? I mean, that's what it was originally intended for. And so when I say work the platform, I think when we get into business and we start using or wanting to leverage social media platforms to help grow that business, help grow our customer base, we tend to immediately think of marketing and lean into, marketing type behaviors, i.e., blasting your products, your services, your opportunity, whatever it might be, on your post, and all well and good. The particular issue with that is that then the people that you're connecting with, especially on Facebook, will see you as just somebody wanting to sell something. And then for the most part, if you're not actually working the platform, then people will tune out, right? All your posts, you risk having all your posts look like marketing, look like advertising, and just look like sales, and then the connection goes out the window. So for this particular instance, when we're networking in social media, I want you to remember that it's not marketing, right? It's not just selling in your posts. It's not even just selling in your direct messages or in the comments, comment threads of your particular post. Primarily, if you're networking, if you're using social platforms to network, whatever platform that might happen to be, make sure your primary objective is to actually network. That means connection, right? That means connection. Network with the objective to make friends and develop relationships. Develop friendships really is what it's all about. The sale then becomes secondary, right? Because now you have a growing warm market. And as salespeople, that's one of the things that we're always after, right? You always have to continually grow your network, continually grow your warm market. Again, however, without being instructed in this, we automatically go to selling first, as opposed to growing that network, developing the relationships, developing the rapport, making friends. So in terms of networking on social media, I really encourage you to have only one agenda, and I usually say don't have an agenda when you're don't have an agenda when you're connecting with people. But the real agenda is just to make friends, just to make friends. Then as you get to know people, as you connect on a deeper friendship level, then you'll know whether or not you'll be able to serve that individual, that particular friend, with your product or services. Doesn't happen before that. The flip side of it is, if you're just marketing, then you're just running the numbers, and in the long term, you can potentially lose out on a potential customer in the future, because all you're trying to do is sell them on something in the immediate moment, right? In the immediate contact. When you develop that relationship, whether they buy from you or not, there is always that open door, because you're friends, that if the time happens to be right in their life, if they go through a particular life event, then you can broach the subject of whether or not you can help them, right? Just offering to help them solve whatever challenge they might be experiencing. So yeah, this is I think an important distinction, because again, without any experience in business or in marketing, our tendency is immediately to go to marketing when using these social platforms. And I would wager to say, again, neither is wrong or right, but I would wager to say you already have the skill and ability to network and develop rapport and make friends offline. So might as well use those skills and those abilities online, because I mean, the platforms are really suited for that, especially a platform like Facebook. So think about it think about this when as you're building out your business. Do you want to focus on marketing, which is totally fine, completely different strategies and different tactics, or do you want to lean? Well, the other caveat of marketing is there's a lot to learn. There's a steep learning curve, as some of you might have seen, in from following this show, and in the things that I have to learn for the marketing side. But again, the connection side, the developing rapport, the making friends, I think that comes a little bit more naturally to us because we do it offline. So take what you know, excuse me, take what you know offline in that regard, and make that your primary, excuse me, frog in my throat. Make that your primary objective, your primary agenda when leveraging social media for networking, okay? For networking. So I'm going to go ahead and go. That's the message for today. Work the platform. If you're networking, make connections, make that your primary agenda. The sale it will be secondary. As your warm market grows, you're going to have a larger pool of potential customers to pull from. When you already have that friendship, you can offer your solution to whatever challenges people are facing in their life at any given moment. So that's going to do it. I'm getting all choked up with this frog in my throat. But we'll catch you, I guess, on Thursday with a fresh new one. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.